Okay, so let's go ahead and do electron configurations part 2. It says the electron structure of an atom is very important. Scientists use the electronic structure of an atom to predict bonding in molecules, the charges an atom might have, and physical properties of elements. In order for scientists to describe the electron structure in an atom, they give the electrons addresses. Just like your address might include your house number, street, city, and state, an electron's address has multiple parts. In this activity, you will learn how the electron fills up the available spaces in an atom and how their addresses or configurations are assigned. Okay, so for Model 1, we have the boarding house. And we see that these ones are the sunny rooms, and these ones are the pink rooms. There's no rooms right here, it's the kitchen. And we can see that there's some sort of like bunk bed type things, and we can see that there's these black dots. And they have manager codes, these manager codes. So let's go ahead and take a look down here at the bottom. It says, examine the boarding house model in Model 1. Add diagrams in Model 1. Match each symbol below with its most likely meaning. Okay, so this is like an analogy. So we're going to get to the chemistry later, but right now let's just figure out what's going on in these boarding houses. So this little dot is going to represent a boarder, so a person basically. So for example, so I'll put 1, 2, 3, basically this one right here. So basically, this place has one person. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I count that right? 6, yeah, 7, 8 people. Okay, 8 people or 8 boarders, just the person who's boarding at that place, staying there. Okay, the little ladder thing, those are supposed to be bunk beds. So that's where they sleep. Okay, in other words, it goes up there. Okay, and last, this letters and the numbers and the superscripts, this is the manager's code. 1, 2, and that is the code for the number of boarders in the house and the room assignments. So the number of boarders in the room assignment. Okay, all right, I'm gonna go to the next page here. So refer to Model 1. So I'm gonna keep this model handy right here. How many boarders were in the boarding house at 5 p.m.? So at 5 p.m. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 plus 2 plus 2. Okay, so over here I'm gonna say 8. Describe how you determined your answer for part A. Okay, so I counted the black dots, which are the boarders, the people, these things. Or, another way that you could do this is you would count the superscripts in the manager's code. The manager's code for 5 o'clock was this 1S2, 2S2, 2P4, and you wouldn't know this yet, but he does say that the manager's code has to do with the number of boarders. So what I did, I also went 2, 4, 8. I did both. Okay, 2, 4, 8. I did both. Okay, number 3, examine each diagram in Model 1. In the corresponding manager's code, use the following manager's code. Okay, so this is the one we just looked at. Underline the floor numbers. Okay. So 1S2, 2S2. This looks like it's floor number 1. That looks like it's floor number 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and underline the floor numbers. 1, 2. Those are the floor numbers. Okay. Circle the types of rooms. Well, we have over here we have the sunny rooms, and that looks like it is represented by the S's. The S's, because these S's, this is floor number 1, that's floor number 2, 1 and 2, but the S's are both the sunny room. Okay, circle, the sunny room, and the other one must be the pink room. Yeah, sunny room, pink room. Okay. Draw a box around the number of borders. Okay, so 2, 4, 8. Okay. Done. Done that, and done that. Sweet. Okay, number 4. The manager of the boarding house has some very strict rules on how the beds will be rented out for the night. Examine the diagrams in Model 1 and the statements below to determine the phrase that best describes the manager's set of rules. Circle the correct answer. Okay. The boarding house will rent out beds on the blank floor first, second, and third. Okay, so it looks like they first start off down here because I don't see, there's no situations where there's people on the second floor and not the first floor. So they seem to rent out the first floor first. Okay. Boarders are only allowed to double up in a bunk in a room when there is an even number of boarders in the room. All bottom bunks are occupied. So I'm looking for a double bunk when. Okay, well there's an 1, 2. It looks to me like they always do it when the bottom bunk is filled up completely first. See, look, these are all filling up the bottom bunks first. Bottom. I bet you if there was another person, they would add them up top there. But I think they have to fill up all the bottoms first. So, let's see. The boarders are only allowed to double up in a bunk in a room when, oh, wrong. All the bottom bunks are occupied. Not that one. The next floor of rooms will be open for boarders only when blank on the floor below are occupied. Half of the bunks, at least one of the rooms, all the bunks. Okay, well, if we look here, everything here is filled up. They went up here. Everything here is filled up. They're up here. Okay, so it looks like, let's see, the next floor of rooms will be open for boarders only when all of the bunks on the floor below are occupied, okay? The pink room on a floor will be opened for boarders only when blank all of the lower bunks in the sunny room on that floor are occupied, when all of the bunks on the sunny room of the floor are occupied. Wait, all the lower bunks on the sunny room are occupied and all the bunks on the floor is opened. Okay, so the pink room on the floor will be opened only when, okay, so here's the pink room. So over here we have 2 boarders in the pink room. It's completely full, and it looks like they started doing stuff over here. Completely full, stuff over here. Completely full, stuff over here. Okay, they've only got 1 here, so there's nothing over here. Completely full stuff. Okay, so it looks to me like the pink room on a floor will be open for boarders only when all of the bunks on the sunny room on that floor are occupied. So all of the bunks have to be occupied. You can't just have one person right here then start filling over here. They both have to be filled up. They're both filled up. Okay, last one. Provide A, the manager's code, and B, the boarding house for 12 boarders. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with the house. This is the kitchen. That was a lot of drawing. Okay, so we want 12 borders. Okay, so 12 borders. So I have to think about my rules up here. Okay, so every bunk in the S block, in this first pink the sunny room has to be filled up first. So 1 and then 2. Okay, and then I'm gonna go here, 3, 4, and then it says borders can only double up in a bunk when all the bottom bunks are occupied. So let me go ahead and, okay, so I've got 4. I'm gonna go 5, 6, 7, okay, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. Okay, great. So that's what my house looks like with a little roof on this thing. Alright, so now, let me go ahead and provide the manager's code. Now don't forget, the first letter is underline the floor numbers. So we've got, let's see, we have a first floor, a second floor, and a third floor. So I'm gonna go ahead and write a 1, a 2, and a 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the other thing is, circle all the types of rooms. So these are S's and P's. So let's see, on the first floor I have a sunny room. The second floor I have a sunny room. Ooh, and I also have a pink room. You gotta put two twos right there. And then here I just have a sunny room. We're not done yet. Draw a box around the numbers of the borders. So for every room we have to put how many borders are in there. So let's see, in this first one I've got 2 people. In my S I've got 2 people. Now in my second floor, in my pink room, I've got 6 people. And then in my third floor, in my S room, my sunny room, I've got 2 people. Okay, so 1S2, 2S2, 2P6, 3S2. Boom. That's how I do it.